They've got a heck of a recruiting program at the University of Farmington in Michigan. Think about all that comes with being accepted to such a prestigious bastion of higher learning. You literally never have to go to class. Not one of this school's students has spent 1 minute inside a classroom. Think about that. You get to make up your own rules. There's no teachers or classes, so there's no need for pesky educational services. Plus, if you're an illegal immigrant or a prospective illegal immigrant and you're interested in attending the University of Farmington, the school has a very progressive visa fraud program. In fact, the students loved it so much, they signed up for this completely fake university. That's right, this school was set up by the Department of Homeland Security, with ICE agents eventually acting as deans and expelling, or arresting and deporting in this case, all the students who signed up. So join the University of Farmington, where students could go all the way home. Hey everybody, welcome back to another edition of Out of Left Field for MRC-TV. I'm Nick Kangadis. You heard it at the top. DHS began an undercover operation in 2015 and incorporated the fake University of Farmington in early 2016. The school was set up to appeal to foreign-born students who supposedly wanted to eventually work in technology. But the students who signed up all seemed to have one thing in common. They all signed up in order to obtain a student visa with the knowledge that they would never have to attend any classes. Basically, this was a, quote, pay-to-play, unquote, scam on the students' part that would illegally keep them in the US. Now, of course, people are seriously pissed off about this, and not in a good way. I've seen criticisms involving everything from entrapment to calling it blatant racism. There's a fair amount of people who are talking a lot of trash about the Trump administration for this. However, here's the thing. Like I said, the, quote, undercover operation started in 2015, unquote, and the fake school was, quote, incorporated, unquote, in January 2016, which you don't need to be a mathematician to know was under the administration of former President Barack Obama. That's right, this whole thing began under the deporter-in-chief Obama's second term. As for all the other excuses, you can say whatever you want, but that doesn't make you right. These students knew exactly what they were doing, at least the overwhelming majority of them. And you want to know why I don't feel 1 ounce of bad for pretty much all of these students? Because 80% of them, 80%, deported themselves once they got caught. These students, a lot of which came from India, had no idea that the school was fake, but were pretty clear on their own intent to subvert US law in order to stay in the country. Listen, the US is a compassionate country. I'd wager more compassionate than any other country comparable to the size of the US, and it's not even close. The US gives more money to foreign countries, allows more people to pursue their dreams while preserving their freedoms when they go about entering this country the right way. So why am I supposed to feel compassion for people who intentionally break the law as their first act in this country? My own father came to this country from a small Greek island in his 20s with very little except an incomprehensible work ethic and the drive to provide for his family so they never went without. He worked 80 to 90 hours a week to ensure his family could live the American dream. And how did he do that? The legal way. No one did anything for him. Saying that, I'm not quite sure why I'm supposed to feel bad for people who want to take shortcuts in the process. Illegal shortcuts, by the way. Let me just say this, genius move by DHS and ICE. All the bleeding hearts can keep bleeding because none of them can claim ignorance on behalf of the overwhelming majority of these students. You still not getting it? Well, all right. Take these words of Assistant U.S. Attorney Brandon Helms, quote, "Their true intent could not be clearer. While enrolled at the university, 100% of the foreign citizen students never spent a single second in a classroom. If it were truly about obtaining an education, the university would not have been able to attract anyone because it had no teachers, classes, or educational services." How much more evidence do you need to know that the overwhelming majority of students were trying to cheat the system? Think about what Helms wrote for 1 minute. 100% of the foreign citizen students never spent a single second in the classroom. All right, you need more? The Detroit Free Press reported last week that, quote, 7 of the 8 recruiters who were criminally charged for trying to recruit students have pleaded guilty and have been sentenced in Detroit, unquote. Folks, let me put it to you this way. I'd feel bad if this wasn't so laughable. Call me cold, call me compassionless, doesn't really bother me. Do stupid things and you'll get treated like you're stupid. These students signed up for this fake school without vetting how good the faculty was, without vetting any kind of ranking for their supposed field of study, and without vetting whether the university actually existed. And we're supposed to believe that level of ignorance? The students either knew what they were getting into or they're just flat out stupid. There's no other way to slice it. In case any of you noticed the shirt I'm wearing today and like it, you can actually get one of your own at the MRC store. Just go to mrc-store.com to check out this shirt and many other items, including the new Christmas collection. If you like this video, don't forget to share it. That's the best way to let us know that you want us to keep these videos coming. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and smack that notification bell so that YouTube might let you know when MRC-TV comes out with a new video. Like us on Zuckerbook and follow us on Instaberg and the Dorseyverse. For MRC-TV, I'm Nick Kangadis.